Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel ML for Analytics. I am Jyoti and today I am going to discuss decomposition tree in Power BI with you. So decomposition tree is one of the visuals in Power BI and we are going to have discussion on the same. So basically let's get started. Uh, In order to let you know about this particular visual in Power BI and also to show it by means of a use case, I am using few tables from Contoso database, and these are the four tables. Three of them are dimension tables and one of them is fact table. So dim product category, dim product subcategory, dim product. These three tables are dimension tables, and this is one of the fact tables. And I have also created a measure over here for sales amount, for calculating the sum of sales amount, and the expression, the DAX expression for this measure is written over here. So I'm using SumX function, and it basically iterates on fact sales table, and it while doing iteration, it does summation of sales amount column, and that is how the sum is stored in this particular measure. So let's move back to our PPT. So just to give you an overview of this lets the viewers visualize data across multiple dimensions. So if I go over here and suppose I choose the decomposition tree, so in Power BI, when you go to visualization pane, you are going to find this visual over here. So basically, sixth row and first column. And once you click on this, this visual is going to appear over here. So it what this visual does is it helps the viewers visualize data among multiple dimensions. So in when we talk about decomposition, then obviously we need some measures so that we can decompose that measure we want to do, and if we want to do any kind of root cause analysis or something like that, we want how that particular measure or how that particular calculation works when we want to drill down into the data, when we want to delve into data. So what happens is when we actually go for root cause analysis, we want to split the data among different categories, different subcategories, different dimensions. We want to do basically some sort of filtering data, and we want this to be done very fast. So this is where this visual comes very handy. So it has artificial intelligence, which allows the users to delve deeper into dimensions and how your measure is going to work for all those dimensions. And it basically the users can also delve deeper to find how a particular measures moves towards the high side, what dimensions, what values of the dimensions are causing the measure to move towards higher values and to move towards lower values. So in order to achieve this, it basically uses artificial intelligence. So it has two mandatory inputs. One is analyze and the other one is explain by. The analyze input, it basically wants to have any measure that you want to analyze, and explain by wants to have the dimensions that you want to use, or uh, so that your measure is going to split down among those dimensions. So I'm going to show it to you. So over here, as you can see that in the fields pane, I can see these three inputs over here. One is the analyze input, the second one is explain by, and the third one is tooltips. So I'm going to show you what each one of them is going to do. In analyze input, I am going to drag and drop sum of sales amount. So here is my sum of sales amount. This basically shows that the total sum of sales amount in the fact tables for all the transaction in fact table. This is basically this value which is shown over here. Now I want to do my analysis on sum of sales amount. I want to find what things are causing this particular sum of sales amount to basically take high values or low values, and I have few selected dimensions which I want to analyze this measure on. So what I'm going to do is, uh, if I go to data model, I can see that the one product subcategory has multiple subcategories, and one subcategory has multiple products, and one product is going to have multiple transactions in the fact table. So I'm going to do the same. I am going to bring this product category name from here. I am going to expand this and I'm going to bring it over here in explain by input. Then what I'm going to do is, in dimension product subcategory, I am going to bring this subcategory name also. And after this, I am going to bring the product name also. So this is where I'm going to find it. And now this thing is achieved. Now you can say that once I have the selected dimensions in explain by input, a plus uh, sign appears over here. If I hover over this plus sign, I can see that it's basically asking me to choose how to split your data. If I click on this, it is giving me multiple options: high value, low value, and these are the three dimensions that I have selected. So you can see a bulb appearing in front of high value and low value. So this basically indicates that in order to bring this particular analysis, the high value or the low value, it is basically using artificial intelligence in the backend. So choosing high value over here is going to bring the category names, the top 10 category names, which are making the sum of sales amount to achieve higher values. So as you can see that the product category names are actually arranged in descending order, and home appliance is basically having the maximum of sum of sales amount among all the categories. So this is good. We are good with it. And games and toys is having the lowest. It basically makes top 10 categories appear at a time. But since in our database the number of categories are basically 8, so that is why presently 8 category names are shown in front of you. So choosing plus sign again is going to give me these two things, high value and low value. Again, they are the byproduct of artificial intelligence techniques and algorithms that are applied in the backend. But if I talk about product subcategory name and product name, they are, you can say, the levels which are low in hierarchy uh, in comparison to product category name, because they are displayed in this manner in explain by. So the order in which you are going to keep the values in explain by, that order is being taken by this decomposition tree. So I can choose anything over here. Presently, I'm going to choose low value. Yes. So what you can do in this case is you basically can go on checking high, low, low, high in that form you can basically check these values. So decomposition tree allows that kind of analysis, like you want to choose the maximum value in case of a dimension. Uh, then in the next level, you want to choose the lowest value. So you are going to use low option in this case. So if I talk about this, it is going to show the lowest value in front of me, which is this value, this one. And as you can see, as I go higher and higher, so the values which are more than this lit wear 80 dual ball bearing case fan, they are shown in front of me. So again, now you can cross check that it is currently showing me the lowest 10 values because I have chosen low option. Now, suppose I want, if I click on this plus sign now, and now I have only these three options in front of me: high value, low value, and product subcategory name. So basically, in this particular case, I had chosen product name, so that is why it is showing things like this. If I cross product name over here, then it is going to make that label disappear. And if I again click on this plus sign, and if I click on product subcategory name, then the results are going to be different. Again, this basically shows that games and toys has only two subcategories. So now if I click on say boxed names, and then only these three options are available for me: high, low, and product name. Now I'm going to choose this product name. So this is how it brings these product names. So now it has brought top 10 product names for this particular product category, this particular product subcategory. So now I have the top 10 product names for this. If I want to like highlight something, like if I want to see what makes SV hand games for office worker, in which subcategory this comes in which category it comes. So I am going to click on this over here, and you can see that the whole thing gets highlighted. So it basically tells me that, see, the total sum of sales amount is this value, and out of this, around 14,969,646 point something, this this is the share which games and toys gets. And among games and toys, box games gets this value, and among box games, product name SV hand games gets this particular value. So as you can see, this actually helps in root cause analysis in this way. You can basically interact with this visual, and you can go on checking what is what and what makes this particular value appear in front of me, what is causing this particular behavior. So if you want to do like ad hoc analysis, then also it comes very handy. Now you can see that there's third input also over here, which is tooltips. So tooltip is basically this black message box which you are getting over here. This is basically tooltip. And presently in this case, you have the name of the product name, where your cursor is pointing to currently, and the sum of sales amount associated with that product. If I go to this, then it basically shows me the subcategory name. So basically, the value at the present level at which your cursor is pointing to, that name is displayed, and the sum of sales amount corresponding to that name is displayed currently. Cool thing. Now, if I want to change that or I want some additions, then that can be done. How? So, what I can do in this case is I can possibly bring, suppose, this product name over here. So, bringing the product name is going to, currently I'm actually using first product name. So, if I hover over here, I can see that A datum advanced digital camera appears as the first. So, but yeah, it doesn't make sense in present scenario. But in some scenarios, it may be of some use. Who knows, right? So, okay. So, basically, high-low constitute AI splits. In format pane, one can basically disable AI splits if required. So, if I go over here, this is the format pane, and if I expand analysis, then I can see that enable AI splits is currently on. I can disable it if I want. So if I disable it and if I suppose cross this, and if I click on this plus sign, then all those high and low options are unavailable right now because I have disabled AI splits in this case, and only the dimensions which I was selecting are available right now. I'm going to enable AI splits because I find it useful. And in case of analysis type, absolute is selected by default, but you can even select it to relative. So it basically gives you like 1x or 1.5x of some particular value. So relative values are given in this particular case. So apart from this, if I expand tree, then you have multiple things in this case. Dense, selecting on dense is going to make it like you can say it's going to take less space kind of thing. Selecting sparse is going to expand it a bit, and I'm going to keep it as default. And as you can see that primary current color is currently dark blue, and this is used in the formation of bars over here. Gray color denotes the empty area. So, and connector shape is default. You can change it, and this is how it will look in this particular case. I like default one. If I go to default action, highlight, filter, if I click on collapse, then what it's going to do is it basically brings only these values, and then it's going to, collapse other things. Responsive is on. So this is how all this is taken care of. Um, okay, so another feature is locking and unlocking. So level locking can be done in the visual. The locked level can't be removed or changed. So if I go over here, you can see that this lock sign comes over here. I can lock a level by clicking on this lock level. So if you lock a level, any viewer, uh, like you are the creator of the report, and the others who are given access to this report become the viewers. So viewers won't be able to change this level. They won't be like able to change or add or remove this level. So any levels after the locked levels can be changed or added. So after this locked level, yeah, you can go on like changing anything or like this level can be changed or something like that. But you can't change this level, right? You can't actually remove this level. The viewer can't do so. It is mandatory to have the previous levels locked in order to lock next levels. That is, you can't have unlocked levels preceding the locked levels. So, if I lock product subcategory level, then Like I can log product subcategory level only when I have product category level logged. If I have this level unlogged and this level logged, it is not possible. So this is what was shown in this particular case. There are few limitations to this visual. That is, maximum levels in a tree can be 50. That is, you can add only 50 dimensions at a time. Maximum number of data points, it is going to be 5,000. So at a time, 5,000 data points comprise in making a visual, in making this particular visual. Top n levels are shown at a time, and n is equal to 10 by default. The tree is not supported in case of on-premises analysis services, and AI splits are not supported in case of Azure Analysis Services, Power BI Report Server, and Publish to Web. So guys, with this I end this tutorial. I hope you found this tutorial informative. If you did, then please like this video. Let me know about your feedback in the comment section below. Please share this video and subscribe to our channel. So thank you and have a nice day. Thank you.